Hello and welcome to today's pre-market video. Now in today's pre-market video we'll be taking a look at the Sensex Expiry and how option buyers and option sellers can trade this expiry. Plus we'll be looking at the news which is going to affect our markets today in general, plus the Sensex, what news will affect the Sensex Expiry. Now also the video of yesterday which was on Bharti Airtel and Reliance, that did very well. And if you did not watch it, then I've dropped a link in the description box below and also at the end. The video is going to be very relevant for the days to come. So if you do plan to trade both the stocks in the coming days via FNO, or even you hold it as an equity position, then it's advisable to watch that. It will tell you what's going to happen most likely. Now coming to the video of today. Now, on the international news front, there's a lot going on today. In fact, as on the data front, there's nothing on international, but on the news of international, there's more. I say this as basically American markets are presently, when I'm recording this at night, flat as they're waiting Biden and Trump's debate. Biden is horribly trailing in the polls, and this is going to be one of his last chances to make sure that he can shore up some support. This is as people are going to be mainly looking at whether Biden is capable of leading, as these days everyone has seen the videos of him getting lost. Basically all leaders are talking at this direction, he's going the other direction, and many other things. So people want to see how he performs in a debate against Trump, who is a witty guy who tends to talk fast. Now the other major news which is affecting the markets across the world and even will affect ours is the Eurogroup's leadership decision for the European Commission, as that's going to shape critical issues such as Ukraine-China relations, immigration, and it's very important due to the shifting political landscape. So it will be important to see who are the three guys put in charge of that, and then which will affect our markets in tomorrow's trading session. Basically, is the US PCE deflator in the data point. That data point is very important, and the Fed does track it very keenly. So when that comes out, do keep an eye on that. And then another thing which is going to affect the markets on Friday and also over the weekend is the French election. The French election is being done over the weekend. And why am I saying the French election is going to affect the Indian market? Now the main reason is it's going to increase volatility, as the French election is expected to be result in a hung parliament. So it's going to sort of indicate the patterns which are going to be upcoming for the UK elections. So that ends up affecting the whole Eurozone, which ends up taking an effect on us. And also right now we don't have much on the news front in the local, so the international news takes a bigger role than it usually would and should. Now on the local news front, yesterday's video I had said that I expect telecom companies to raise tariffs, and Jio has been the first one to do that, and due to that I expect Airtel and Vodafone to be following suit either tomorrow or by the end of the weekend at maximum. Now that's the really only news on the local front. As there is news about SEBI, but that is mundane news. That's not really going to be bothersome as of now, as it's something that is become a common nuisance basically for the markets. Now coming to the index trading, now we're going to take a look at the Sensex. But now when we're looking at the Sensex, you will have noticed one trend which has started in the past couple of days. Before, the indexes used to move in tandem. If let's say you're getting a move in the Nifty, you'll get a move in the BANKNIFTY. You're getting in the BANKNIFTY, also the Nifty, BANKNIFTY are moving, Sensex is also moving. But there has been a change in the dynamics in the past, I would say 1 to 2 weeks. For example, like yesterday, the Nifty did well, the BANKNIFTY was completely flat. The BANKNIFTY did well, and the Nifty was completely flat. Even though they have not, let's say the Nifty has not really done much, it's been spent most of the 3 weeks in range boundness. So I expect the same trend to continue, and Sensex is one which I expect to have the same pattern going on. So today's Sensex is index analysis for the expiry. Do not try to go and trade with that type of logic in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. That's what I'm saying. It will not work. If the Sensex is going to go down, does not mean that the Nifty, Bank Nifty are going to go down too. As we can see, yesterday Nifty rose, Bank Nifty was flat. In that logic, Bank Nifty should have also been rising. So now, coming to the Sensex's expiry. Now when we load the Sensex's chart, and I've popped on my levels, now the levels today are excessive compared to usual. I do not, all the ones who have been watching my pre-market videos know I don't throw on so many levels. So now why have I done that today? Now the reason I've done that is right now we are at a crucial point in the Sensex index. We are not at a crucial point in, let's say, some of the other indexes, but in the Sensex we have reached a crucial point, and I believe it is going to be have to be traded in a point-to-point basis rather than a clean trend until certain things happen, which I'm going to explain. Now, on the upside, if Sensex manages to break the 79,400 mark, that is only when we can expect a move to 79,540. That is going to be a very important resistance zone, as a break of that will take us to 79,700, but I do not expect much to go above this as of now. I expect these three levels to be sort of like a culmination for Sensex as of now. Sensex has had a better climb when we look at it than the Nifty and Bank Nifty. Why I say that is, if you look at the Nifty after elections, Nifty has stayed two and a half weeks in a range, then a sudden jump this week. Right, but it has been completely range bound. As I had been, when I was doing even the Nifty pre-market videos in the previous weeks, I said that I'm not having to update levels, which is not a common case. So, as an option buyer tomorrow, what to do with Sensex? Any move, unless it breaks 79,400, do not expect any big move, as this range is all a very tough resistance, and it will be cautious. You'll have to be cautious going long, I believe. This is, you have to keep a tight trailing profit stop, as any time the music can stop also. More, on the other hand, on the downside, for option buyers, I don't expect any clean move until we get out of this range. First, I say this as this is a strong resistance, this is a strong support. So unless we get out of this range, option buyers will keep getting V-shaped moves, which are not going to be one side. However, if we manage to break 79,100, then I believe that will take us to 78,920 and 78,780. So, as an option buy on the downside, a break of 79,100 is a shorting opportunity until 78,780. That's going to be a very crucial support zone, and if we break that, then we go to 79,400 to 78,400 to 78,550. I've made a typo there. This is another important support cluster. So again, to reiterate, as an option buyer, on the upside, be cautious with longs as the range is tighter. So clean longs will only come above 79,400 for 79,540, and probably rarely 79,700. If we break that, then that's on a big long count, but I don't think we're going to get that tomorrow. I'm saying tomorrow as I'm trading this, I'm recording this over at night. On the other hand, on the downside, if we basically break 79,100, I've gone to a shorter time frame, then it is a short until 78,780 in my belief. Yes, there is a support at 78,920, but I don't think that will be really able to hold us. So a break of this takes us until this. If we break this, then we'll have broken another huge support, and we'll go down to 79,400. Now, another thing, if we break 79,400, we'll change the chart structure to what it is from what it is right now for the Sensex, and that's going to be a very big important thing, and that's why we break that, we go all the way down here. Now, what to do as an option seller? Now, as an option seller, I would think I will prefer to sell calls than puts. The only time I will prefer to sell puts is if I see that we are only hovering up between the high of this and 79,400, then I can sell puts of this. However, as most likely how I will play, I've had a very good June. me and my clients have had a very good June month, so we wouldn't want to play around with fire. So I would probably do very little option selling and focus more on 79,540 and above. If you want to be safe, if you're risky, 79,400 and above. But expect a bit of a spikes to come. Now, why am I not going to sell puts? This is if by chance there is a drop towards the end of the day and we break 79,100, then we'll have a very fast move. And then most who have not put stop losses and trailing profit stops will get completely smashed. So that's why I'm preferring to sell calls rather than puts. So tomorrow in Sensex Expiry, I'm a call seller primarily, and I'll only sell puts, as I said, if we hang around this zone only. So that's my view as an option seller, as an option buyer for Sensex. If you found it interesting, then hit the like button, and if you want to be constantly watching the content on pre-market videos and weekly reports on stocks, then do hit the subscribe button too. Thank you.